Hey, this is Shane Tracy, broker of Good to Go Realty. Thanks for joining us today for another awesome video. I have with me today Senior Loan Officer Destiny Holloway with Red Mortgage, and we're here to delve into the myths of the VA home loan benefit, right?
Right, my favorite topic.
All right. So she is the expert in this area. And before we go any further, go ahead and like this video, share it, and hit that subscribe button so you can get even more content from us. We're here to educate the folks out there that are looking to buy a home in this case, and make sure that you have the facts and not the myths, right? Because we got lots of myths going on right now. Right. So I want to start out with what some of my clients have brought to me, and I want to hear from you if you can just go over what works, what doesn't, or what's correct and what's not.
Yeah.
First one, the veteran can only use their VA home loan benefits once. I think that's like one of the biggest, right?
It really is. You know, it's almost crazy to me that I hear it almost every single day. Oh, I already used my VA loan, or I bought a house when I was stationed at Fort Bliss, and now I'm here and I can't buy another one. So the truth is, you can have two VA loans. They are going to cap you at $802,650 if you get a second one. So keep that in mind. It's not open. You know, you have one VA loan, there's no loan limit. Loan limit number 2 is going to cap you at $802,650 in San Antonio.
Okay, $802,650, and that's for 2024?
2025, it just rolled out.
Oh!
Yeah, but we here at Rev, we actually do it sooner, so we are able to honor those right now.
My goodness,
yeah.
So it has really gone up. That's fantastic.
It's really gone up.
Okay,
yeah,
so
about 80 grand in 2 years, yeah.
Okay, that's great news. If you're a surviving spouse, then you don't qualify for a VA mortgage.
I actually love this one. I dealt with this yesterday. I had a gentleman whose wife served 22 years, and he lost her to cancer last year and called me for a conventional loan because he was told by 2 of the lenders that the benefits didn't transfer, and they do. There's some paperwork involved. We have to get the death certificate, jump through some hoops, but absolutely, if you were legally married at the time of passing, those benefits typically will transfer.
That is great news.
It really is.
There are lots of folks out there that fit into that, I'm sure.
Yep.
So what about those military that are deployed overseas and they've been told that they can't get a VA loan while they're deployed?
Yeah, that's a great question. So my answer is it depends. If they have wife and kids here satisfying the occupancy requirement, it works. If their orders are temporary in nature and they know the duty station they're going to be at next, it works. If they have updated orders, it works. If they have an ATS date within 12 months and a civilian job offer, it works. Are they going to be there for 8 months? They don't have orders, are not temporary. That doesn't work.
Okay.
And really, the premise is to satisfy occupancy. Are they going to buy a house and it's going to be vacant for 8 months? No, that doesn't make any sense. So we want to be able to really satisfy that occupancy, and spouse and kids absolutely can while you're deployed.
So it comes down to occupancy, and it sounds to me like it also comes down to orders.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So what about the fact that VA loans cost the seller more than other loans? Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people still think that. I will tell you 10 years ago, that probably was true. VA used to have these crazy non-allowable rules. Seller credits weren't really a thing 10 years ago. It was almost impossible to get. Now we almost always are able to get a veteran's closing costs covered. So that very, very rarely comes into play. But, it's not more expensive for the seller because those non-allowables are really non-existent at this point. They're so small and, minuscule. And at Rev, we don't charge origination fees on our VA loans.
Yeah.
So already we're alleviating that pain. Whether it's the seller or buyer paying it, it's just one less thing they have to worry about with us too.
So at Rev, they don't charge what?
Any loan fees on
any loan fees.
No origination fees. So the only fees you're going to get from us, technically the appraiser is an appraisal fee, but we help you with that.
Sure.
And then if you decide to buy down your rate, obviously that's going to be, points and fees there, but we don't charge any actual fees on our VA loans.
Okay, great. And so also VA home loans take forever to close.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely not correct. Right?
Well, they do if you choose the wrong lender. I'll tell you that.
That's good. That's good. I like that.
I'll tell you that because I know we get deals all the time in our branch where they've been under contract for 4 months and we're like, what? What is going on here? VA loans are actually very complicated and very difficult, but not to the client's detriment, in their favor, because there's so many buts and ifs and this, and if this applies, then this works, They're so convoluted and so complicated that lenders apply regular guidelines to them because they haven't taken the time to really memorize those VA guidelines. So then they think something can work, but they don't know how to make it work. So here we know it can work and how it can work before you even write that contract. And that's going to be the big difference maker for us too.
And you know, doesn't that come down to knowing your job, being the expert, and when it comes to VA loans, and not well, yeah, we can do a VA loan. We don't really know what we're doing,
but we're going to throw it at the wall and see if it sticks. Yeah. So for example, I had a veteran, one of my favorite clients I've ever worked with. He went under contract. We got $39,000 in concession, paid for all his closing costs, and brought down his rate to a 4.5% and closed in 20 days on a VA loan.
20 days.
We were cleared to close in 10 calendar days. We didn't close earlier because his wife was celebrating her birthday in Vegas.
So you literally could have closed earlier.
And it was not an easy deal. I will tell you that. There was nothing easy about it, except for the clients were amazing. It was not an easy deal at all. Yeah.
Wow. So you guys go well above and beyond.
Yeah, because not just our loan officers know the VA guidelines, our management team knows them, our processors know them, our underwriter is our underwriter. He is here in San Antonio, you know, he cares. Everyone from, you know, step 1 to step 10, they care. And that makes, you know, a lot of a difference. You know, if someone cares, they actually look into the guidelines themselves.
I'm glad you say that, because, you know, to know that this is not only a job for you, but you actually have your heart and soul in what you're doing.
We really do.
And
we actually care.
That makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And when I'm looking for a lender, that really helps me make a decision. Looking for lenders for my clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I really think it's such a disservice to say that you support veterans and not actually support them. Like, they are a foundation of our country and why we have the freedoms we do. The least you could do is know how to do your job and represent them well. That's how I feel about that. So
that's awesome.
I have a pretty heavy feeling on that one. So.
Okay, folks. Well, that wraps up part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 of just debunking and busting those VA home loan benefits myths. Hey, we can't wait to see you on the next one. And again, hit the subscribe button and like and share this video. We want to get the word out about what really is the truth about your VA home loan benefits.